Hello and welcome. If you are watching this video, I'm guessing you already know me. But my name is Odo Peter, and tomorrow will be my birthday, 22nd of April. And I decided that I should, for this year, since there is no money, take out some time to reflect on my life, enjoy the journey so far, and share some insights about what life is all about. I'm really grateful to God for the gift of life. The older you get, the more you appreciate life. And as I'm turning 36 today, tomorrow, I'm happy, I'm gracious, I'm grateful, I'm thankful to God for the opportunity to have lived this long. And it's one of the greatest gift, I think, in this world is to be alive, and not just to be alive, to be fully alive, to be healthy, and I'm grateful for it. So today I'm just going to talk to myself, reflect on the things I've learned through life, describe myself as much as I can, look into my past, share my lessons, and hope for the best in the future. So it's just a self-interview. I'm going to be interviewing myself. I don't think I have any second takes here because the video is not necessarily about me, but it's about me too. All right. So the first thing is, what's the most important thing in life, or what is the most important thing I think I've learned in life, or what's my philosophy in life? The most important knowledge I have, I guess, is the knowledge of God, because God is like the greatest thing there is. So the knowledge of religion, the knowledge of the person of Jesus Christ, I think for me is the highest knowledge, and it's actually the highest or most important knowledge for a lot of humans. Their religious knowledge always supersedes their academic knowledge, if you could call it that, and stuff like that. And the main reason I think is for me the most important thing and the basis of my philosophy is because of the person of Jesus Christ, what he stands for. And what he stands for essentially is true love, is the ability to sacrifice for the well-being of others, and the fact that he also lived a life that saved others, that became a source of salvation and redemption for everyone. So personally, I want my own philosophy will be that I want my life to be, I hope I'm correct. I want my life to be a life of service, a life that is spent or is focused on helping others, making things good. That's my most important thing in life, to seek to help others as much as I can, to bring them to good, to encourage them. I want for my remembrance to be like, if you're to remember me after I'm dead, is somebody that did his best to help everyone as much as he could. I'm not perfect in this stuff. I don't think I help everyone as much as I could, but that is like my goal in life. Next question. My relationships in life so far. I've been blessed with a lot of good relationships now that I'm thinking about it. I've had a very stable family throughout my childhood. My parents were there for me, both parents, throughout school. My brothers, I didn't lose anyone while growing up. So I had very good relationships, family wise. There was love. Love my dad and my mom. My dad is late now, but my mom is still there. So the family is still intact. Family I grew up in. And then family for me is like the bedrock of every relationship. If you have a stable family and then you go into creating a stable family, I think you have actually solved like 70 to 80% of what life is. To grow up from a stable family and also to form a stable family. I think that's summary of most of our lives actually. And I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to have grown up in a stable family. And I'm also grateful to God to be living and forming another stable family. So for me, I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm grateful for my dad. I'm grateful for my brothers. I'm grateful for my wife, which is now another level of family that is even more closer than the family you came out from. That's how love continues to develop through life. See, you really love your parents and brothers and sisters, and then all those love will combine to now love your wife more than yourself or as yourself, and all those love will now combine again to now love your children more than your own life itself, and that's how the love keeps spreading. So my relationships have been good. God has really blessed me. I've not had like really traumatic stuff happen to me relationship wise. And my wife, which is like my most closest family right now, like my wife is like number one family. It used to be like my mom, my dad, my brothers, but when you marry, that's now got to be your wife. It was like I can explain why I love her. I don't know if it makes sense. I don't really know. Sometimes you might have reasons for loving people when you're going to get married, but when you meet them, my first conversation and dates with my wife, for example, the first long talk we had was in the evening, and it was slightly raining that day, stuff like that. We didn't even know that we spent more than 2 hours talking because we went out with like 7 or 8. We were still talking till like 10 p.m. or so. And at the end of that conversation, I'd already made up my mind that, wow, this most likely will be someone I would like to spend the rest of my life with. And I moved with that conviction all the way, and all our discussions henceforth and talks and everything just went to confirm the first conviction I had with the communication we had initially. So I think having a very deep, open-hearted conversation is very crucial in any relationship, family, friends, otherwise. I think that's cool. Let me talk about my career within this last years. My career, my life has been. I've not had really serious conflicts in career. I think I already knew from early on, like in my secondary school days, that I was either going to get married and be an architect or not get married and be religious. One of these two things. But I wasn't very conflicted. If I had gone to maybe seminary when I was young, possibly I would have been a priest. But I've always had a desire to be an architect. Principally because I thought I was looking for a job where I would not suffer. Hey God, it's a mistake. I was actually thinking I was looking for like a calm job. So I saw my neighbor used to be I don't know what he does on site, but he used to go to site, come back, do show us pictures of construction and stuff like that. I didn't want to do anything related to blood or stuff like that. I didn't never think of being a doctor for one day. So I enjoyed it, and the guy was like an architect to supervise building design. I actually thought about civil engineering at a point, architecture, stuff like that. But like the civil engineer would have to do a lot of work where the architects would just design and supervise. And I was like, that's cool. I prefer the easy one. Was I wrong? So, and my career has been easy because, in a way, because I think I have a flair for architecture in terms of the processes. So I think I've like that interest in it a lot. My career has been glorious, if I could use the word. I'm really grateful for it. I've worked in a lot of capacities as an architect and learned a lot. I'm grateful for everybody that I've worked with, right from my lecturers and my undergraduates, Mrs. Ngozi Emeanele, architect Aneke Lawani, Chijoke Enyoma, architect Enyoma, architect Obinebo, Mr. John Obu, Mr. This Europe figure, so in church. Okay. I wish I could. I can't remember any of everybody, but I have a lot of lecturers to be grateful for my undergraduate days and in my unique days, that my lecturers that later become my colleagues and my friends at work and my colleagues in the office. It's been a dream come true being an architect all these years. Looking back at it now, and I remember when we didn't have licenses. I remember when we didn't know whether we'd ever have a registered office, whether we'll get our MSc with all the strikes. All those things are behind us now. I'm really grateful for how far I've come. It's a good feeling. It was a good feeling. And most times we are not grateful because we don't even know the distance we've covered, because we're always looking to cover more. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's been a long journey from year one in BSc till more than 10 years post MSc. That's beautiful if I look at it. Being in the process, having been a registered architect, having a registered firm, I've worked with wonderful architects and have a team of architects that you're working with that are all intelligent, brilliant, and doing great for themselves. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about my practice so far. Lecturing. What do I say about lecturing? If I could say one of the talents I have, like I'm guessing I recognize in myself. I don't know if it's a talent or if it's a need, is that I have the zeal to share knowledge with others. And I don't think I learned it, but I think, sometimes you are born with some stuff. Some people are born with the ability to play ball like Messi or stuff like that. I think for me, my ability is the ability to lecture, to share knowledge as much as I can. I think I saw myself excelling in that, and then I started doing it for as young as possible. I started sharing knowledge with my friends in school, in secondary school, in the university, in my postgraduate term, and while I was working. I was very passionate and very concerned about being able to teach somebody what I know and to share what I think is my core DNA, to always be able to distribute. That's how I see myself. So and somehow, due to the fact that I'm always in the business of teaching, I started teaching in church, I started teaching in school. Anywhere I see an opportunity to just teach, I try to grab it. And that's how I fell into lecturing. An opportunity came, I was called upon, and then I got into lecturing immediately after my MSc. And because lecturing falls within the aspect of me sharing knowledge, I found out that in architecture school, the lecturing part actually starts after the school. And that's what motivated me. Prior to then, I knew I was going to have an architectural firm, but that was what motivated me to even go further to open my architectural firm and started accepting students. So my firm, personally, I don't see it as something I'm building because of the cash flow, so to speak. I just see it as a place I used to mentor newly graduated architects. And I hope that the people I'm mentoring now will be able to mentor more people in future. That's the way I see it. I'm really grateful for that opportunity to even lecture. I have a lot of friends that are students. A lecturer is a kind of small celebrity too, because like almost all your students will know you, but you may not know all your students. I try to know as much people as I can, because it doesn't make sense if somebody knows you and you don't know them. The relationship is not like complete that way. So I try to know as much of my students as I can by their names, and then the relationship is more fuller. Sometimes I'm the one to recognize them and they see me and stuff like that. But most importantly, I'm happy that one opportunity that lecturing gives is that you can forever keep building new relationships. So I don't just teach my students, I have good connections with them. That means in the next 10 years, I'll be privy to have connection to many, many great architects. Now, in the last 10 years I've been lecturing, I know a lot of guys that know a lot of guys. They may not know each other, but I know so many of them. I know people that know people that know people. So, and that makes me able to do a lot of jobs. It's to know people is to have wealth. To know the right people is to have wealth. Forget knowledge. To have good relationship with people, you'll be wealthy, and that's what I'm trying to build. So sometimes I see people in year 1 or year 2. When I'm dealing with them, I see their character, I see the way they take their studies. I already know this person is going to be a great person in future. Like it's already, is my senses, because I've seen somebody like that maybe 5 years ago, and I'm seeing where the person is now, and I'm seeing somebody like, so I built good connections with, lecturing is wonderful. The pay is terrible. The environment, like, because I'm working in UNEC, my own department specifically, the environment is bad. The facilities are deteriorating. I hope we can get things better. My goal in respect to my practice of architecture and my workplace as a lecturer, I have good goals. I think, first of all, I'm passionate about having the way we practice in architecture come into the lecturing. I hope that we'll get that done. My goal is to have like a BIM lab in the department, a BIM lab with nice chairs, nice table, very good computer system, very good lighting. So hopefully I pray that in the future I'll be able to achieve all my dreams for the department. If I have enough money, let's say like 1 billion, I'll just build a new department. I think more or less in the future it's not sustainable that we'll keep our department the way it is. I don't think so. We will need to build something, because the thing is just going down the drain without enough space. I hope we'll do something. Maybe if I'm very rich, and maybe architect and is very rich, and few of our friends, maybe we can just bring like 2 billion maybe in the next 10 years and build a new department, very beautiful one. Because by then our children will be maybe in their teens. We'll be getting ready. I don't have money to go. Instead of me to pay 100 million then in the next 20 years, it's better we use the money and make our department better. Hopefully the government will remember us anyways. The most important people in my life. I want to say thank you to God. I want to say thank you to my mom, my dad, for their sacrifices, for my brothers for being wonderful people. I want to thank my wife. Literally right now, the most important person in my life is my wife, because she's like, we are one. So I want to thank you, sweet. I'm happy that you are as wonderful as you are. Thank God for you. Pray that we have wonderful long life together. I want to thank my kids. In as much as I like my job, nothing comes close to the relationship I have in my house, my home. And if I were to choose any between both at any time, I'm going to always choose my family. And it's that simple. So I'm grateful for my kids and my entire cycle of friends, ranging from, no friends are always changing, but I still have friends that are always there for a long time. my childhood friends. I may not remember all their names, but right now, most of my friends that I can rely on in this time and day, I could start from Henry, Kensley, Presco, Chisom, Pelumi, Onoche, all my guys in the office, Eugene, Henry, Allo. The first Henry is Henry Perry. Everybody in the office was my good friends. My students also are my very good friends. My neighbors, Architect White, everybody I've worked with in the recent time. And all the people that give me jobs to Mr. Ambrose, Architect Waka, Architect Joy, Architect Pedro, Architect Obina, Ota. I'm grateful to all of you. I'm grateful to, I'm missing them, so my newfound friends, Architect Silas, it's not my newfound friends, but Architect Mark, Architect Husseini, Architect Farouk. Oh God, I have a lot of architects. Even Architect Fatima, all our clients, Mr. Mr. Deke, Miss Yemisi. I'm also grateful for my landlord, Mr. Afam. Naja, I've been living here for like about 5 years. Been wonderful. I have so many people to thank. I can't call all the names, but I'm grateful to my colleagues, lecturers, people that are close to me, people that I can disturb at any time without thinking about it. And that's beautiful to have and to know. I think basically I've said all I want to say. My advice to myself going forward. My advice to myself. My thoughts on Nigeria as a whole. I think at the point I was thinking about leaving this country. But I think Nigeria is sitting on a very dicey place. I pray, I hope we'll be able to get it right. Although we have people in the bush with guns trying to kill us. We have terrorists, we have bad governance, we have bad healthcare, we have everything going down the drain. But these things are fixable if we get our structures right. So I hope we'll get it right. Hope. We can't lose it. And for me, my advice to myself is life is not centered around one person, one individual. Life is actually lived properly when you are able to live it for others. And the more people you are able to live it for, the more sense life makes. I hope when I grow older, I'm not going to be engrossed to myself, what I want to achieve, this, that, house, cars, clothes, power, money. I really do not care. I want to grow to be the person that impacts more and more life as I get older. I want to empty my life for the good of the people that know me, the people that don't know me, and the people that will know me even after I'm dead. That is just good that can come from me to them. So, okay. That's it from a 36-year-old man. I'm grateful. I've really enjoyed life thus far. And life will always have its ups and downs. I'm grateful for every little thing. I'm grateful for every little thing. What I mean by that is I'm grateful for my fingers, hands, nails, eye, nose, mouth, hair, ability to talk, see, ability to stand, sit, breathe, ability to walk, be on camera, speak, think, post. I'm grateful for every second of it. In fact, I'm so grateful for it that I'm afraid of wasting it. And I hope that moving on, I would not waste it. I would also do the things that are most important to me as quickly as I can do them. Because we all know that, you can't have all these things forever. You cannot have all the time we have forever. So the fact that we're already having this time at this point, I have to make the best use of it. I hope I do this coming year. So possibly I'll watch this video of myself in future and remember what I was like when I'm 36. And I hope that I will not have changed too much by the time I'm 70. And I pray that I live to see 90, 95, hopefully. Life is sweet. At the end of the day, I'll pray to also be strong mentally and strong physically also. But strong mentally to be able to lose everything and not lose myself. And strong mentally to be able to lose myself so that everything can be good for everybody. All right. I think that was even me. I'm not understanding it clearly, but I think I know what I mean. So thank God for my birthday. If you have if you have watched this, that means you know me, because I've not recorded this thing twice. So thank God for my birthday, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really blessed. May God continue to guide me, guide my family, guide my friends. May God continue to grant us a fruitful, fulfilled, challenging, strong life. A life that can be remembered, a life that can be seen as a life that gives glory to God, essentially. In Jesus' name. Amen. We pray also that the powerful intercession of our Blessed Mother Mary would continue to be with us. All right, I think I'm done. Happy birthday to me. Have a nice day. I hope this video is not more than 20 minutes. Peace. Ciao. Hopefully I make more videos.